You go, hello, hi. Here comes a poem, and it goes like this. I want to know where Mr. Party lives. I want to know where Mr. Party lives. I want to go to his house and listen to bass lines that shake my sinuses. It's o'clock in the morning. I'm standing in a piss-spotted tile pit whilst reggae bounces against my neck through a crack in the door of the toilet. It screams the scent of hormone sweat, alcoholic evaporate sex. The night breathes lecherously down my neck and the music bangs impatiently. So I leave. To sound so loud that you can breathe it, shaking the air so much you can see it, giving me a crick in the corpus callosum, an eargasm. The world is a giant test tube and we're all funny coloured liquids, wrapped in the static blue throb of electrolysis that singes the mucus from our cerebral cortex. Is our skin it glows and our hair it shines, twisted flesh and horizontal hairlines that swing with a feral chaos.
I'm too honest sometimes. It's hard to be honest in the same country you do your taxes. I really want to go to Russia. I understand Russian, it's easy. All you got to do is stand under snow in a bottle of vodka. I drink it till I feel the things I'd rather feel. I'm only joking about wanting to go to Russia. What the hell would a black man do in Russia? I'd find no bit of music about me there. But again, I could have said the same about England when I was young. And home is complicated now, because I know too many places that it might be, and not all of them exist. They call me salt penis, because I got one foot on one island and another foot on another, while my penis dangles in the ocean. And if the sun is a therapist, then the one in England is shit. See, I'm broke, and I left my wife years ago, and it's hard to love someone when you know them too well. But my heart knows that failure is the worst thing that can happen to it. And I have not failed, and that's the only reason I'm still alive. Drinking lemonade on a day and a place like this.
Where fashion meant to wear your soul inside out, and every sleeve came with a heart. Words were never things to doubt, but things to be declared, so I declared them. Made the impossible sound sensible, held infinity on the tips of my tongue, and molded worlds in the palms of my imagination. I was the beginning of creation. But then it came. Like the morning rising with a new awakening, it's unmistakable. The day a child realizes that life isn't fair, and there is no such thing as transparency. Not everyone that sparkles is made of light. Every man can cast a shadow, but some men wear theirs as skin. You see, life will throw you punches that will leave your ribs broken and your lungs winded. So be prepared to hold your breath, because have you ever tried inhaling with a chest full of broken pieces? It's like earthquakes erupting, like daddy hitting mummy, like shadows raping children, like knowing the world will never be the same, because in that moment, time stole infinity from your tongue and hung your imagination with a rope of ordinary. So now,
I can tell it's that fingertip smell, that keyboard stain, the pinky poised up above delete, pushing out your veins. Why this vain obsession? Lines layered with double meanings and painstakingly revised, which you pat into shape and you stanzadize. If words are your food, why do you play with them? Why do you use them as tools to confuse and condense? You've been writing that intense poetry again. There's a rhyme in your mind and a line in your eyes that I can trace. I can see it in your face, because there's a rhythm that you're tapping, and it's just not mine. You've been writing poetry again. Yeah, I know you by now. I can hear it in your diction, your dirty addiction to watching couplets form. Your smile as a simile emerges, your urges to splurge your emotions onto innocent sheets. You've been at it again, I lie? It's that telltale tick of the head as puns pull up seats on the screen, the debris of undeveloped phrases onto pages as you spit feelings into words and shuffle meaning into verse. You've been injecting rhythm into those lines.
Jesus was born in an empty building. Imagine they wouldn't let Mary in. Imagine Herod had got him, a child exile in Egypt. If he'd claimed, would we accept it? Imagine they told Jesus, get a job. Stop being a vagabond, running around with your stories, sleeping in other people's houses, causing your mother distress, homeless in the wilderness. Eating what he found, the testament is underground, hanging out with prostitutes, unable to afford boots. Jesus assembled a gang, disciples is the slang. They would eat together, make people feel better, help them find more fish, multiply any dish. He wasn't always popular. He'd help a stranger. I think Jesus was a protester. He didn't care for money, wealth, cared about how people felt. He turned the tables in the temple. He liked to keep it simple. The people told Jesus, the pauper, back to Nazareth. Be a carpenter like your father. Forget your visions, forget your dreams. Seen as a threat to those in power, Jesus had a very public murder.
This is not supposed to be therapy. I go to therapy on Wednesdays. Being on stage is my getaway, or hitting the dance floor on a Saturday. I try to stay home on Sundays, because if I'm lucky, Mum will make Sunday lunch. Roast chicken and potatoes, or rice and peas. And Mummy, don't forget the planting. Yes, I know, she spoils me. I'm supposed to be happy, because most would be if they were this lucky. I'm supposed to be the one living his dreams, the one that they envy and aspire to be like. I'm supposed to inspire, but I cry out. I'm supposed to give hope, but I'm so full of doubt. I'm supposed to know exactly what I'm doing and precisely where I'm going, because I am a leader, right? I'm supposed to have the answers, or at least ask the right questions. I'm supposed to be cruising in the fast lane, but I feel so pedestrian. He gave me this notebook to write in. I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but forget what I'm supposed to do. I've always done what I'm supposed to. I was supposed to get my GCSEs, A-levels and a degree. Check 1, check 2 and yes, check 3. A whole bunch of B's and C's and a 2-1 in my degree. English and philosophy. But what else was I equipped to be but some kind of writer? Well, I'm pretty good with kids, I could have been a teacher. But even my favourite at school, Mr. Rattigan, told me never, ever become a teacher.